Thanks, Gaurav, for coming on today. I really appreciate it. For all of you that don't know, Gaurav just hit a big milestone here at eXp, hitting Icon Agent. And the amazing part of it all is he just joined eXp. He's been a year in, so he's able to achieve this in his first year, which is amazing. So today is all about Gaurav. We're going to interview him. We're going to start off with an easy question. The audience, of course, wants to know your background story and know a little bit more about you. So if you could please tell us why you decided to go into real estate and how that all came to be.
Well, thanks, Amanda. Really appreciate the time you've taken for this interview. So, I remember just last year, you and I were talking about me coming into eXp and how apprehensive I was of how different it sounded from a traditional brick and mortar business, right? So, just as you asked, what my background is. So, I belong to management consulting. That has been my background for a lot of years. I was employed with a big top five management consulting firm. And it just hit me that, real estate is something like I bought a few properties through other agents. And then I thought if I'm investing in a few properties, might as well get my own license. So it started as just getting something for my own and maybe do some one odd deal for friends or family, things like that. So, that was 2019 when I got my license. And then we all know we were into the COVID wave, and then everything became work from home. So that was probably the time I was able to give more to real estate venture. And at that time, I was with one of the brick and mortar brokerages in Brampton. So I did a few deals, and it was like I started loving the feel of it, starting helping people get into their first homes and selling from things and upgrading and things like that. So that was my journey. But it was just started as a hobby, let's say, and then I discovered that I love it more than what I've been doing for last 20 years, and I decided to move full time into this business just last month actually. So I
Yeah.
was actually devoting a lot of part time effort and weekend effort and evening time into it, but just because of EXP, that gave me a leverage of thinking of leaving my 20-year-old career in management consulting and calling real estate as my new frontline business sort of.
Yes. Honestly, I even forgot to mention that because that's even amazing in itself. The fact that, you were doing real estate part-time and you hit Icon Agent. So that is amazing. So yeah, how does it feel to officially be like you just did this last month, you said, right?
Yeah, so I hit the milestone last month. So I still have to hear back officially from the XP folks, but somebody did confirm to me that I'm officially getting that status in August.
Yes.
So it feels great, and I really can't believe it. I mean, honestly, it's a long journey, and I mean, there's so many ups and downs that come, and maybe it was a lucky phase that the market was on the rise. But what I give the full credit is to like the whole team effort, and then the kind of support I got from EXP in this whole journey, and then of course, having access to the latest tools of for marketing, CRM, and our whole deal management team behind us, and dedicated broker managers. So as I said, it's hard to achieve icon the way it sits. Now I can see, but but again, it was not possible without the whole support from the EXP. Whole EXP model really helped me nail it down.
Yeah, for sure. So that brings me to the next question, which is just to get a little bit more knowledge of your background. What brokerage were you with prior to eXp?
I was with Home Life in Brampton.
Okay.
So that brokerage has a lot of agents, and it's a well-established name. And since I got my license and I had no intention of pursuing it full time, so definitely I would look for something that has the lowest cost basis for me in terms of the franchise fees and as such. So it was where I did a trade-off between choosing a brokerage where my monthly expenses would be minimum and I would be at a great split. So
Mhm.
for me, it was personally a very good, like the owner was really generous to offer me a good split. So I stuck with them for a year. Yeah, that was before I moved to EXP.
Yes. And how was business last year when you were with them compared to now, I guess? The
Yeah, so we really cannot compare these two anymore. Like obviously, when I was with them, I had no like. It's about when you don't know something that exists, it's hard to even think of what it can do to you, right? So I was very apprehensive, and I remember talking to you and Sunny before I joined. Like I wasn't even sure of capping. Like I was thinking I'm leaving a 95-5 split and coming to a 80-20 split and then paying $160 a month right versus $25 a month, right? So like for a lot of agents do think that, and I don't blame them for that, right? Because when you are not full time, you have bills to pay, and then this sort of uh, fee and the split structure would always be in the forefront. But little did I realize that the technology that we are into, even though I come from a core technology background, right? It was harder for me to even make that decision. But once I did that, I played around with KV Code, then I realized how easy it is to do marketing and get leads and translate those leads into sales with all the training we have online at eXp, plus a great team to support you, which is not just based out of Canada, but my team, my upline, as you know, they are all based in United States, Mexico, and even Europe. We have downline, so it brings in a whole worldwide perspective to what we think is just a basic buy and sell in real estate, but it's for much more beyond that. So it's a whole different ball game than just being a realtor versus being an entrepreneur in the real estate industry, right?
yes,
So
for sure.
this is exactly the whole. Once you can train your mind to be there, I think it is doable, and this is exactly how I think it
Yeah.
became worth doing it for me. It was worth something that, and now we see the result, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Hitting icon, you get all your money back, right? So, uh,
well, yes, that is
yeah,
correct. Money is one part. Yeah, as you said, obviously, who doesn't want to keep 100%, right? But it's about being in company of like-minded entrepreneurs. That is, that gives you life experience and way how to do business that is worth more than any amount of money you can make. Because money is like something that you can make when your mind is in the right phase of thinking, right?
yeah, 100%. Definitely. And this model is very, as you saw, the model is very different. It's also gives you so
Hmm.
many different streams of income if you want it. It's
Correct.
definitely for the business minded, entrepreneurial minded person, right? So,
Hmm.
100%. You kind of already answered my next question, but I was going to ask how has, since making that change to EXP, right? How has that affected your business? You kind of already spoke on it a little bit, but if you want to elaborate a little bit more.
Yeah, so basically, I came from being a sales representative, even if it's a broker, right? And then a lot of people, a lot of brokers, even after 20 years, let's say, in this business, are still in the business of just buying and selling and watching out for the next deal and as such, right? But now, it was not even my intention to actively bring in people into EXP, but you always meet people who are like-minded brokers, and I was able to bring them and work for me, and we formed the House Pal group, right? As you know, so now we have 12 or 13 people. I think now it's 13 after Pratik just joined 2 days ago. 13 people in this group, and now we have coverage across GTA, even well into Kitchener, right, as well as Ottawa. So now you see where I come from, being a part-time agent, having no clue about how the whole brokerage model will even work for me. 1 year down exactly, we are talking that I have 13 people with me and access to the top-notch tools. And because I do have a background in technology, so I'm able to bring in automation engine, and then we are able to put it on top of our CRM. So hereby we have those leads and those off-market deals that probably nobody else has access to. And our automation engine is able to identify distressed sale properties as well as estate deals, etc., which normally are out there in the ocean of MLS listings. But since we are able to pinpoint those, and then we are able to match it to our buyer profile right away, right? And that has given me immense great results because our turnaround time from where we are showing to people the houses randomly or based on just, whatever, how people just go and see 20 houses. We are able to take them to 5 houses which they would like, that is suggested by our automation algorithm. And incidentally, everybody seems to be liking those, and then we are able to do deals in a very short relative time. So this is exactly possible only when we have a technology platform, right? I really don't have the potential to build everything ground up. So I would say the KV Core and eXp tools give us that baseline to start from, and then you can add optimizations on top of it, and then suit it to your clientele, right? So this has actually helped me immensely. I don't think I would have able to pull it through if it was not for this model.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, perfect. So, last part of my question, or my last question is, what would you say is one of the main reasons to your success in hitting icon status at EXP? I know you were saying the technology for sure. I'm sure people are curious. Like they're thinking, like, how does this guy do it? Like, what is
If I
he
if I
doing?
knew
Like,
the
I need
exact
to know
answer, I
what
would
he's
be
doing. So I think
well.
we want to get a little bit, just figuring out how exactly you accomplish so much in 1 year. So if you can add anything else to that to give to the people.
Yeah, so I think one thing for sure is luck. I would say it always has a role to play in whatever you are doing day to day life, right? I would say I'm extremely lucky to have a support of all these people at EXP, at my with my family who were so supportive. Because part time when I was working, I had to give 8 hours a day to my work and then again to real estate. So there was definitely some time I took off the family time, and they were really helpful. But in the end, what I think, if it was a main reason, that would be purely the whole EXP model. So the thing is, the way the model is designed, it is it is a game changer. Right now, it has been a game changer for me, and then I think just about anybody who really wants to go ahead in their career, no matter whether they are a new agent or whether they are a seasoned agent having a lot of experience in this industry. So the way we think, come here, our thinking pattern, like being in the company of great individuals, you have so many seminars, you have so many, we learn from what others have achieved in the same field, right? So that is adding to your years of experience without actually going through the hustle of learning, right? And obviously, this is this is exactly that. Every small thing adds up. So now, last year my goal was, probably I didn't even set up my goals. My goal was, maybe I'll go into capping, full capping for the year, and then I can get my money back, or at least I'm coming from a 95-5 split. So obviously that's in your back of mind. What about that 15-20,000 I'll pay to the company, right? But in the end, now I'm seeing that not only I got the 100% back, not only I got the 16,000 back, but I'm also now getting that residual earning, which is coming from the effort of the team that I brought in, and that is perpetual, right? So that team will keep on growing because I'm handpicking the people we are bringing in, and they're all very hardworking. And our aim is that everybody who comes to Housepal team in EXP will hit an Icon Agent Award. That is the goal we are setting, and expectation we are setting for each individual member in this team. So this is what it is, and I'm really looking forward for next year at EXP.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear about all your success. You're literally killing it. I'm not surprised at all. But yeah, is there any way that people can reach out to you if they want to reach out to you, learn more about EXP, or join your group here, House Pals? So, what is the best way for people to reach you?
See, technology is our friend, so we are all connected 24/7. Anytime anybody wants to reach me, I can share my number as well as my email. So just anytime you can go to our website, it's teamhousepal.com, and we have a contact us button. You can see who all our members are. Just anytime I'm available for a coffee, or if you want to have a small chat, just any Zoom meeting we can do. So yeah, I mean, honestly, like now is what I'm thinking, that at least I can visualize where this has been, all this I think has been still a proof of concept for me, and the real growth is still ahead of us. So by
Yeah.
no means hitting Icon Agent once is the end of the game. The idea is that whoever is in our team should all be Icon, and as soon as possible, and we are here to help them, because that is how I think the whole EXP philosophy is to grow as a team, and this is where the real fun begins actually. So
Yeah.
this is all, and we are all in an interesting journey together, and every day is a new day, and we are looking for perpetual growth.
Yes, 100%. And I agree with you. This is just the beginning. That's the beauty of eXp's model too, is that like
Mhm.
it's like you're just always growing, you're always getting better, your passive
Right,
income is
right.
growing, like it just keeps going and going and going, right? So that's
Hmm.
amazing. Well, anyways, it's a blessing to be in partnership with you, and thank you so much for this interview. And that is it for today. If you have anything else to add, let me know. You can add it in right now.
Well, that's great, Amanda, and hopefully, yeah, I mean, it's all interesting things going on. We know that we are in a little bit of a testing market phase, but that should not deter anybody. That's my message. We are still trying. It's what we can do, and then obviously nothing stays static. Market is in the phase it is, and it will soon come out. Nothing can stay in a vacuum. So let's all stay positive and happy, and let's all wish each other good luck. And if anybody wants to connect, I'm all available all ears. Just give me a call or drop me a note. And thank you, Amanda, so much for taking your time. I know you have a very busy schedule, and really appreciate
Yeah,
you
no
taking the
worries.
time for this interview.
Yeah, same likewise. Well, I'm going to leave your information in the description box down below. And that is it for today. Thanks so much, and we'll talk
Thank
next
you.
time.
Thank you, Amanda. Take care.